Greetings and welcome back, Blade fans. OG Blade with you once again. And I want to thank the folks right up front from Kansept for sending me this very nice Kansept knife for consideration and review. This is what we're talking about today. A new design called the Link. And it is labeled here as triple stripe knives. And triple stripe knives is Jonathan Shaw. And he is said to be the youngest knife designer who's, I'm sure there are knife designers his age. He's now 17, but he's been designing knives for the past 3 or so years, I think. And there may be other guys his age that are designing knives, but I'm not sure if any have landed their designs with major manufacturers such as Kansept. Not really an unboxing, but kind of a reveal. You get the usual items in the box from Kansept. They do a very nice job with a rigid box that if you do keep your knife in there, will keep it nice for a long time, as will the felt-lined pouch with the flap. Here is the NAF, and it's a beauty considering that we've got this, and I'm going to look at the box again to give you the name of the carbon fiber. It is Camo Carbon Fiber, 80s Camo Carbon Fiber. Yeah. That's what I saw on one of the, is it one of the growler knives or whatnot? Not sure. I think a recent release from Devo had the same carbon fiber, and I love it. A bit of a disappointment that it is not on that side as well. On this side, we only have a blackened titanium. And while it's great to get titanium knives, I'm going to show you in a minute another Kansept knife that does have the that carbon on both sides. Anyway, interesting blade, compound ground. I'm going to call it a compound ground harpoon spear. Look at that beautiful demarcation there between a hollow with satin finish here and a flat with satin finish there. Love the satin finish with a compound grind. Going to show you a couple examples of that in just a bit. But even though we've only got it on the show side, I don't call it the show side for nothing, right? Show the side you want to, because that side is sort of plain. It is a frame lock knife. And look, see, we have a opening window. We've got, excuse me, the thumb stud, and switching to the left hand. Come on. Yeah, you can do it. A front flipper, not my favorite kind of flipper, but some people got good at it and they decided to start putting it on a lot of knives. And so, you know, you're good at it and I'm not. I will always resort to the good old either back flipper, but primarily love the thumb stud. What's up with the throat today? I don't know. It's winter here in the Northeast. It's been 10 to 20 degrees outside and hasn't really been get out and enjoy it sort of weather around the holidays here in 2024. Do love that 80s camo carbon fiber. It really glows, and we've got blue and we've got yellow and green and black in there. All kinds of good stuff. It's kind of an 80s coloration, I guess. Well, it is a smaller knife. And it's going to end up having about a 3-inch blade when we measure it, I believe. Got a nice place there for the thumb to rest if you choose to use that cutout, if you want to call it that, behind the harpoon. got some jimping back here, which is really part of the jimping on the front flipper. Doesn't do very much, and that kind of puts you way back there if you're going to hold it. I think if you're going to hold it, you're going to make use of that choil area, and then you can get all 4 fingers on the knife. If you're back here, you're going to get 3.5 fingers on the knife handle. Nonetheless, it's a comfortable knife to hold, and I can see some good usefulness for both the point as well as the compound edge on this. Really, the edge isn't so much compound. If you really look at it in profile, you've got an itty bitty point there that isn't even really what you call a tanto point. It's just a little bump in the blade. And yeah, I mean, you could use that for cutting, right there. But your point is going to come into use at about 45 degrees. Not bad. Maybe even, a little less, 30 degrees or so. Very defined point. That's why I call it a spear point or an arrow point in profile. The nice swedge on top. There's a flat on that swedge that goes right down to the point. So we've got some reinforcement for the point. And we're going to measure it up. Overall length of the link is going to be, call it 7.2, thereabouts. Blade, I'm going to call that 3 inches. Sharpen edge about 2 7/8. Going over for the calipers here. Got it set to inches. Let's measure the handle first. 0.54. Thick blade stock for a little knife. Wanted to do 0.14. Let's see what it really is. 0.13. Okay. Or 3.5, 3.5 millimeters. Don't need your tape measure anymore. Close it up. Fire up the scale. And we've got 4 ounces. When I get to owe anything, I'm going to call it 4. Even it up, 4 ounces. Not too bad. I mean, certainly doesn't feel heavy. We have your typical titanium clip that doesn't transfer to the left side. Sorry, lefties. But yeah, interesting little profile to that clip there. It's got some fair flex to it, but fairly stiff overall. Do like the way it fires with the thumb stud. Excellent. And not bad with the opening hole either. You've got plenty to get the middle finger through in order to fire it open. And really the front flipper is not bad either. There's plenty of it. It's way out ahead of the frame of the knife. And we've got this radius here, and the jimping is definitely rough. I just can't, you know what happens is this sticks out enough to where if you have your index finger there too, then it pinches inside your index finger. So you got to keep that clear, then you can fire it. So a matter of technique, like so many things. Well, let's leave the link out there and come in just a little bit here. And what I did want to show you is the Kansept Cassowary, which was designed by Coke Tools. They've done quite a few designs for Kansept. They've got that whole little cleaver line of designs made by or designed by Coke Tools, and I think they've got a Hawk's bill as well. Anyway, here's your example. We've got the fat carbon fiber on both sides, and they made it, yes, a bolster lock, which is a variant of a frame lock. It's still kind of a frame lock, but they tuck it under and mill it out so that the scale can ride over the top. And you see a little bit of a depression there and a little bit of an edge showing, which is typical of a bolster lock on the scale there. You can still access it pretty easily, but wow, I think this would have been a great candidate for a bolster lock. I also think it would be a great candidate for about a 3 3/4 inch blade, which is the range I like to see my knives in. But I'm not going to dispute it. A lot of people like smaller knives. They're more convenient. They're easier for working with in some cases, more detailed work, etc. Notice that the Kasawari comes in about a 1/2 inch or so shorter overall, but the blade is about the same, about 3 inches. So we've got more handle, which is nice, on the link. Now, just for comparing the grind and no other reason, we've got the 229 here from Chavez Knives, and this is the one that was designed with the Williams, what the heck is it called again? Kickstop, okay. If I didn't mention it, and I tend to gloss over things, sorry guys, 20 CV on this one. I believe it also comes in a Damascus. 20 CV also on the Kasawari. I like that steel. If they treat it with good hardness, then you've got a very nice edge retention. But the reason I've got the Chavez out is that there again is that beautiful compound grind. Very similar, except we've got more of a tanto going on here, and they even make it in the drop point, which has a little less of a tanto-esque grind on the Chavez. But if I can get them both in the same light there, you can see, love that compound grind. Really nice, really, really nice. All right. Chavez is going for about the same. I think we're talking about roughly a $200 knife here at list. And you never pay list. They always discount them a little bit. Let's get the Kasawari out of the way. Nice little knife too. More compact overall when it's closed than the link. If we go from the extent of that front flipper tab, got almost an inch longer overall in the closed position on this knife. Again, there's your handle, got more handle, and this thing just disappears in the hand. It's much smaller. But again, same length blade. Interesting. Well, haven't checked the edge out on it yet, and so I always take a chance of it failing when I do this, but let's see. Oh, smooth. Oh, yeah. Nice edge. Kansept, you're doing a great job. Doing a great job. Yep. And point, in case you're interested, it's got a great point and a nice edge. Nice edge. Great job, Kansept, on that. And on that edge. On that edge. I'm on the edge today, folks. Hope you enjoyed this overview of the Kansept link. Again, it is a design by Jonathan Shaw of Triple Stripe Knives. Make sure that that is it. Yes. The Triple Stripe Knives. Yeah. Be back with you soon. Right here, you're going to have the opportunity to subscribe if you haven't already. Click on that logo and you can subscribe. And don't forget to give it a like and comment. Keep your comments positive. You know, don't troll me. Don't bash things. If you don't like something, like someone once told me, don't buy it. Enjoy. Be well.